Okay. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning to some of you according to your location on the face of this planet Earth. We welcome you all to our today's broadcast right here from our homeland, Radio Biafra, here in Biafra land, where I am broadcasting from. Thank you for joining us. I remain the fearless Ipob evangelist, Mazi. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is in Anenri. Anenri is a local government in Odriva province, Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster under Ipob, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, as simple as that. If you don't like it, then you take the next option. Because we are the people that Chukwu Abiyama have projected to restore our land back. We don't have that capacity, but our God has. Therefore, we are qualified. We are complete. Some people ask us about our weapon when they knew that our God is in charge. How do you come and ask us our weapon? Have we made mouth of our weapons? Have we ever boasted of weapon? We only boast with our God. Till tomorrow, some idiots boast with material, that is, physical weapons. No, our God is in charge. He is the one who gathered us. There is no weapon like that. We are complete in Ipob. We have everything. So which other weapon do you need? If it is to manufacture weapon, we can do it. Whatever you need, we are here. You give glory to the God that gathered us in one place. Everybody is bringing out his own. Which other weapon do you need? A weapon that the politicians control, that kind that Nigeria has. They control it and hand it over to terrorists. Is that the weapon you are talking about? No, now. Nigeria cannot organize like us. Everybody depends in his pocket. Just like Ojozo. That's what we told them about P2P. That these politicians, they are not interested in any Igbo presidency. They are interested in their self. But when they want to fight Ipob, they will tell you, Igbo presidency, in 2019, Igbo presidency. Our leader asked them, who can you bring out if we ask you to bring one person? Let us vote for that person. Give us one. They could not bring anybody. Everybody wants to be president. But they come out and say, Igbo president is here or just I say, tell you it's not Igbo turn to be president. These are people that told you will be president 2019. Reaching now, you see people following P2B, we chance for them, let them do their way. I just was said it's not Igbo turn. Imagine that kind of people. Umar, he said he is not Igbo turn. And he said these people are human beings. They are not being controlled by animals. Do you think if human being controls them, they will be acting like that? Animal controls them. Imagine Tafa Beliwa holding cattle rearing stick. I will always teach them. I will never forget this lesson. I will never, excuse me. I will never forget this lesson. We will always bring it closer. We will always bring this lesson closer. So it's like I'm not waiting to let me bring the other one. Okay, I am here. We will always teach with this. Imagine cattle rearers are the one controlling our governors, cattle rearers. Are you not aware? Let us prove it now before we move on the topic. Free Nnamdi Kanu is the issue. Ipob awareness campaign on Free Nnamdi Kanu. See cattle rearer. That is why if you see Ojozo and the Southeast politician acting, or the whole Eastern politicians, they are the same. That is, I want to prove to you that animals have been controlling them. Human being can never control them. And Ojozo will say it is turn to be P2B going to court. Is his turn. He is against his wish to be Igbo Senate president. Just imagine. Not that Igbos will be Senate president. Ojozo Kal. Somebody that P2B, his own have happened. So he go to drag it. Your own, you have not even gotten the Senate president. You say he's blocking your Senate president. Who told you that? Animals that are leading you. How are they animals? Look at them. Who are these? Now, look at Tafa Belewa. Look at Tafa Belewa. How do you think that somebody holding cattle rearing stick, look at his hand. Look at his hand. Look at cattle rearing stick. Look at it. Look at cattle rearing stick. Let me bring this, the mouth of this big. See. See cattle rearer. Tafa Belewa at the front, heading to take away. I say I must be lecturing them with this always. Look at the road where they are moving. Look at where they are cooking oil. In our land, though, who brought independence? Zeke. Why do they put Zeke at the back? Why they are going to his place to take oil? Zeke that have oil is at the back. See the Yoruba man that is fighting us. See your position. Oh. You think you have position in Nigeria. See the big space between you and the Northerner. That's the position. Osibanjo can tell you. When a Northerner is the president, see position of Osibanjo. Look at his position. He maintained it. But now that they say Tinubu will be, this Shetima can never be here. He will try to be here. Because that is their position. Tinubu will be a president, but he will be here. Tinubu must be here. But look at where Shetima will occupy. Go and ask Obasanjo. Atiku stole money more than him. Atiku was claiming the position of the North, though he was a deputy. But when Jonathan was deputy, his president died, he don't know. Because you cannot be here. A Southerner must give this space. Southerner must give this space as a deputy. You must create this space. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now, look at Tafa Belewa. I want to teach you before I move. With his cattle rearing stick, who is he leading? He's leading these people. Do you see that? Why other politicians act like animals? Because cattle rearer is leading them. Both two politicians from the East and from Yoruba land. They are all animals. How can human being, how can somebody like Ojo Okalo tell you that a P2B going to court is stopping his Senate president? As if Senate president is anything. And tomorrow you tell me that that person is a human being. Ojo Okalo. Selfishness is their problem. We told you this place can never work. Omar, he want to be president. Immediately they see P2B, they are angry. Wike want to be president. Immediately they see P2B, they are angry. All this, their anger was what they would have channeled on IPOB had we say no election. Ojozo wouldn't have go direct to P2B and say, withdraw your case. Ojozo would say that the IPOB is the one that stopped him from being Senate president. That's what he would have used. But he didn't see a place to hook it on IPOB. He's now going to P2B. These are criminals. Igbo presidency, Igbo Senate president, Igbo. Instead of telling us about APC Senate president, he's telling you about Igbo. Just like Ngige. He said, we appointed Igbo is a lie. That is his position, his right in APC for betraying Jonathan. So, that position of Igbo, we didn't send to Ngige to be appointed a minister. We didn't send to Oboniano. We didn't send to Uchoga. These are APC slaves. And when they say, but Igbo man is in government, you are mad. Igbo man that we sent, or Igbo man that the APC picked. APC picked betrayers. You say Igbo man is in his government. You are very, very foolish. Come, let us give you somebody. Come now, you need Igbo people to send you. We will give you somebody. You pick somebody that is his right to be. You say, no, Anambra man is the Minister of Labor. Minister of Ngige. I see a minister. His minister is to give press release written by Fulani. Nonsense. What can he decide? Can Ngige decide on the labor? That is a lie. Can Emefiele decide? No. Tell me who can decide. As Igbo is appointed, can you decide? You cannot decide. Emefiele is being removed. He sees his people crying, he being removed. You cannot be yourself. Even Jonathan as a president can never be. You cannot decide, my brother. Destroy this place. Let all victims of Nigeria be free. Yoruba is a victim. Northerners are victims. Everybody are victims. We are victims. Every citizen of Nigeria is automatically in jail. You are in detention. You are in British prison. Whether you are in London, you are in jail. Whether you are Ike Ekweremadu. You are not, we that are here, we're not different from Ike Ekweremadu. If you claim to be a Nigerian citizen, you are also in British jail in Nigeria. Nigeria is a jail, it's a prison. So you don't know, hey, I'm a Nigerian citizen. When a drug man was announced president-elect, are you not aware he's a drug man? Nnamdi Kanu exposed 15 bank accounts owned by Tinubu, a Yoruba thief. Isn't it? He's aware your president died. Shetima is a terrorist. Then you think you are not in prison. Fulani killed you for how many years? None have been jailed. None have been in detention. Fulani. So, as a human being, you say you are a Nigerian. Are you not in prison? Are you not? Are you freed? Fulani can kill you at any time. Even somebody that is in prison in UK is better than you. They cannot invade UK prison now. But here, as a citizen of Nigeria, army can come and kill you. Police can come and kill you. Don't you know Nigeria is a terrorist state? Okay, you don't know. Let us pray first. Your country is a terrorist state. They terrorize Nnamdi Kanu. So you don't know they committed treason, terrorism against Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria is a terrorist state now. Okay, you didn't hear it from their judge. Their judge said the way they brought Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria is wrong, illegal. So is it not terrorism? Terrorism against Nnamdi Kanu. That's what Malami is running away from. He must answer your case. So you think it's not terrorism? People, terrorists, Nigerian terrorist country, charging Nnamdi Kanu for terrorism. And you think we are children? We defeated you in your court. One day, you will see the world call Nigeria a terrorist state. One day you will hear it. Thank you. Let us pray. Thank you, Ezudo. Thank you, Ezemeli. Thank you, Ezamara. Thank you, Ezehunanya. Thank you, Ezemboche. Omemma. Onye anyị ji eme ọnụ. Mgbe niile nu, o nwere ihe anyị nwere. Anyị ọbụkwana gịnị? Anyị ji obi ndị nke a na-akpọ miscreant na-akparịcha. Bet i were ego na anyị mee ihe. Mgbidi ole ka anyị kwatugoro? Ọkwa gị ji anyị kwatuo mgbidi. Anyị na-akwatu, ị na-akwatu. Mgbe ị kpara nkata nke Buhari, anyị amaghị. Abakari si na ọ ya ga-achị. Anyị ama mgbe ị kpara nkata nke ya. Onwere mgbe iji decide ya n'ịsafụ ntụwa, we don't know. Ọ bụ mama ndawụra, anyị amaghị. Otu a ka isi na-etitu ha. Wee werekwa Ipob na-alụ ndị na-alụ. Na ekele Chineke. Onye ka a ga-esi Kenya akụgide ihe rute Nigeria bụ okwu ya ọnụ. Dina ya ọgwụ. Ya ọ ka adịkwa ndụ. Onye na-adọ Biafra ka nọ na Nigeria detention dị ndụ. Nnamdi Kanu. Ihe a bụ n'ihe inye gị ekele nụ. Na-ekele ị na-egosi anyị ihe o kwuru. Ọ sị na ọ naanị gị ka ndụ ya dị n'aka. Ọ sị onye ga-egbunwe na-abụghị gị. Ọ ya mere mgbe ọbụla anyị echetara gị. Ọ sịkwa na ọ gị kpọpụtara ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ha jụọ anyị ngwa ọgụ anyị asị ha chi anyị n'ihu pụọ. Ha ga-ajụọ ya Chineke ya bụ gị. Bikos na onwe mgbe ọ gwara anyị na onwe ebe o dewe ngwa ọgụ. Ọ sị ọ gị nwa Chukwu abịa ma gị nwa bụ nta, gị nwa bụ imu, gị nwa bụ efiri. Anyị jijikwe gị ike. Akpọkwala ya nsogbu. Nọ na imepere anya anyị ahụ onye Nnamdi Kanu. Ma ọ bụghị ya ịkara ịla anyị n'iyi ma anyị ọ hapụrụ ya. Nkwe ndị nke ịka ga-akpọlie ha. Anyị naanị a ga-enweta Biafra. Ihe anyị na-ayọ gị mee ka ndị anyị ghọta ihe anyị na-adọ. Ndị niile ọ gbasakwa m ga-eti ọnụ n'okwu a ekwekwala ka ụra bịa ha n'anya maọbụ onye ọcha maọbụ onye ojii. Bịa ya ọpịpịa ka o tie ọnụ n'okwu. Okwuchagodo ya regret we. Ụdị ihe anyị ji ndị Nigeria appeal court mee. were eme n'ebe ọzọ okwu anyị nọ. Imeela na ọpịpị pịara ndị GTI, ị ka ga-apịakwa ha ihe. Pịara gawa ndị iro anyị ebe ọbụla ha gbakọrọ. Ha ka na-agbakọkwa, anyị mana ị na-ejigharị ha. Ha ekweghị agwa ụwa otu o si ete. Jituo ha. Lekwa ka Naijiria na-ada Chukwu abịa ọ ga-adagide Nnamdi Kanu. Ọkwa ya ka iji akwatu. Ọ nọ n'isi Naijiria wa Abuja. Ị ga-anọ ebe ahụ ya adagide. Abuja ọ ga-adagide Nnamdi Kanu Chukwu abịa. Ama m na ị ga na-ekwe. Obi kakwara anyị. Ya ka anyị na-ayọ gị tọọ ya na-agbụ. Kwatuo mgbidi na-anọchi ụzọ maọbụ mmadụ maọbụ mmụọ. Mgbidi ọbụla anọchiri ụzọ ọpụpụ ya kwatuo ya. Onwekwe na amụma ndị kene nka ga-emezu bifo ya apụta. Ya meenu Chineke, ya meenu. Anyị mana ị mere ka ọ nọrọ ebe ahụ ka ọtụtụ amụma mezuo ka hapụ isi na ya mere injinia. Kama na ịmago na 1000 years dị ka ede n'anya gị. But a year and there now Nnamdi Kanu nọrọ almost 2 years. Ọ dịzi anyị ka 15 years. N'ihi na anyị bụ mmadụ. Anyị na-arụ ọrụkwa out of patience. Ya ka anyị na-ayọ gị. Nyere anyị aka. Nyere anyị aka. Ụfọdụ ka ga-adapụkwa. Tọwụ na ime ya ọsịsọ. Ụfọdụ adị saved. Ịma na anyị tekiri otu ka ọ na-anọkwu ka ụfọdụ na-ada otu. Ezudo mere na anyị ebere. Ka anyị niile hapụ na ịgbara mgbe Biafra bịara. Ka anyị hapụ na ịnwụcha. Ka taa mụ na-agakwu ka ụfọdụ na-adapụ. Ka ụfọdụ na-esonyekwa. Kama na ndị a na-adapụ na-eji maka ya na-ada otu. Ọwụkwọ n'ike gwụrụ. Ka ahụ anaghị ewute anyị. N'ọbụ mmadụ ị ga-ada iwu otu. Ọ ga-eme anyị agba nlọsụ ndị ahụ. Mata ọnụ Nnamdi Kanu na-agba ọsịsọ. Imeela ezi udo n'ihi na ịbụ chi. N'aha gị, chi, ukwu, okike, abịa, amara, pụrụ ime ihe niile. We have prayed. Ise. Thank you. Facebook, are you removing people? You are dreaming. So now they brought the topic to your knowledge. Now they brought it to you. The terrorists, the Nigerian country, Nigeria terrorists, they have reported the program to you. Okay. No problem. Amamihe. Ndị nna nna anyị maka na ihe anyị na-ediri. Ọkwa ha kpụrụ ngwa ọgụ. Ọ hapụrụ ngwa ọgụ niile, rụọ ihe niile, a na-ayọ gị amamihe. Ụfọdụ obi agbalie egbe elu. That is it. Nigeria is a terrorist state. IPOB awareness campaign on free Nnamdi Kanu as ordered by the courts, not even a court. Both the international community, UN, they gave order. Nigeria disobey because they are terrorist states sponsored by the British. Do you know that British is sponsoring terrorism? Are you aware? If British is backing up Nigeria, is Nigeria not a terrorist state? Then the British should be held responsible for sponsoring terrorism. Is Nigeria not a terrorist state? Should we prove it? Facebook, let me prove it to you. I know Lai Mohammed, their agent have informed you to attack my program. As always now, you can't attack my voice.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
Is Nigeria a terrorist state now or not? No. How do we know terrorist state? A country that sponsored terrorism to be killing citizens and they threaten you with your life. Is either you give them your land now, federal government telling you to give killers they call foreigners your land. They turn around, kidnap Nnamdi Kanu and charge him for terrorism. Nigeria is a terrorist state. Complete terrorist state. They committed terrorism against Nnamdi Kanu. Upon that, they are still illegally detaining him. D.Y. Danjuma said, if you are waiting for the army, the armed forces to secure you, they are working with the armed bandits. What does that mean? Nigeria is a terrorist state. The army armed bandits and back them up, even join them in killing citizens. What kind of country is that? A terrorist state charging IPOB for terrorism. God will punish all of you. You see that continuous detention of Nnamdi Kanu? This is the level we want to fight it now. You see this level? We want to fight it. This level now. Let us know who is a terrorist. Let us know. Mad people everywhere. Britain is the key sponsor of terrorism. If they can be sponsoring over terrorism against 200 million people, Britain sponsoring terrorism, which is Nigerian government, Nigeria is a terrorist state, and who have been sponsoring this terrorism? USA and the Nigeria and the UK. USA sponsoring terrorism. When they come, they tell you they are fighting terrorists. What is Nigeria? What is the difference between Nigerian government and terrorists? What is the difference between Nigerian government and terrorists? And if you see them telling you they are going to fight terrorism, but they welcome this government in their countries. Britain is sponsoring terrorism in the world. Who are the terrorist organizations? Nigeria is a terrorist state sponsored by the British and USA. America, they sponsor terrorism. They back up terrorism. They promote terrorism. And they'll be looking at other people to be called terrorists. They will send their army to go and kill civilians. Britain will train Nigerian army to go and kill civilians. They never fight terrorists. To go and kill Biafrans. To go and kill Christians. To go and kill every citizens. They never train them to fight terrorism, but to fight citizens. Why their British High Commission is here pampering people to position very well so that the terrorists will kill them. Who are the terrorists? The government. The duty of the UK High Commission in Nigeria is to pamper us to be in position for Nigeria to kill us. Just like a chicken. After the chicken will have grown, you will give it food, it will grow, you kill it on occasion day or any day you like. Show me one Fulani terrorist herdsman that is in detention. Show me one. Don't you see Shekigumi, the secret minister of terrorism in Nigeria that was not announced, unannounced minister, minister of terrorism, unannounced, Shekigumi. Don't you know he's a Fulani? He's a terrorist. Shekigumi is a terrorist. He deal with terrorists. He collect money and submit it to terrorists. They collected 100 billion. Nigerians gave terrorist organization, Fulani herdsmen, 100 billion. Is Nigeria not terrorist organization? Fulani herdsmen, terrorists that have been killing communities, ravaging, destroying thousands of people, homes, setting it ablaze, chasing away people from their community, destroying farmland, destroying crops. Nigerian government, as a terrorist state, they gave Fulani terrorists 100 billion. And all the idiots in Senate that are there, if you come out on election, you see Dino Malaye jumping up and down. When they are the sponsor of the terrorism, all Nigerian senator is a terrorist. They back up terrorism. They approve 100 billion for terrorists. All Nigerian House of Rep members are terrorists. They approve 100 billion naira for terrorism against the indigenous peoples. And they gather there, they say they are lawmakers. Which law are you making? The law that will be truncated by an appointee, a Fulani boy, a coward Malami. An appointee, not elected, an idiotic appointee. A Fulani fool that committed terrorism against Nnamdi Kanu. He scored an own goal in their post. Score an own goal. He wants to equalize it with the foul play. When IPOB have very serious defense, DOS. Since then, Malami wants to equalize. There is nothing you have not done to equalize the game. Did we send you to Kenya? No. Then, do you see that is IPOB ready to kidnap any Nigerian politician in Kenya? No. Then how do you equalize it? So you want to equalize it with propaganda? No, now you will wait until IPOB kidnap a Nigerian official and bring him back to Biafra land and put him in jail. And then you know you have equalized it. With your cheap blackmailing, you are a fool, Malami. After blackmailing, we secure victories in your court from 2015 till today. Justice Ademola freed Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Did you allow him to go? No, December 2015. 2016, John Soho, because you took him against another court. John Soho freed Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Did you allow him to go? The answer is no. We continue. Reaching to this one, you went to Kenya and kidnapped him. In June 2022, UN gave order that should be released immediately. Did you allow him to go? No. Nigeria Appeal Court freed Nnamdi Kanu, discharged and acquitted. Not even caution and discharge or ordinary discharge or unconditional release, just like that. He said discharged and acquitted. No case to answer. Not to dismiss, not a bail, not to stroke out, not to stroke off, not strike out. Discharged and acquitted. In our money, the same way, senator. Senator in a terrorist country. Senator. You are not ashamed of yourself. Some idiot, you say, I'm a minister. You are a fool. Minister of terrorism. You are a fool. Any minister from Nigeria is a minister of terrorism. What kind of minister are you? Your country gave terrorists that have killed your country, your citizens, gave them 100 billion, approved by you. Are you not a senator? Will you say you are not? Did you counter it? No. Then you are all terrorist sponsors. Don't worry. Okay, soon now. Okay, soon now. What would you go control now? You can't deny him. I am your oil. Are we getting tired? No, the only thing left for us is in Nnamdi Kanu. You may be saving your building in Dubai, the other one in UK, the other one in... We don't have it like that. We have only one Nnamdi Kanu. We are always focused there. The only thing left for us. So how do you beat us? How? Can you remove our eyes from there? Ofu anya, ofu otu onya, that is only otu ibanya, njishi ugo. So that's the only thing we have is in America. That's why all of you, if you do everything to take our mind away, you are dreaming. Did you leave oil for us? Did you give us seaport? Did you give us international airport? Did you allow international presence? Is there an embassy here? No. What of the UAC, PZ, Cadbury Foods? Where are those their depots here? No. Where is the companies that, let's say, what is it called? Sam Mbakwe and Michael Obara built for us? No. So how come you are trying to take our mind away from Nnamdi Kanu? The only thing left, we have told you he have no replacement. You can't even replace him with the Biafra. He have won the level that you will replace him with the Biafra. You kill him and give us back. No. It can happen if he's in battlefield. Battlefield is when the court have not freed him. He's not in battlefield, he has defeated you. So you cannot kill him, he cannot die in your hand. You replace it with Biafra. No enticement. Nothing can entice us. We can even look into the matter had he not been severally discharged by the court. This is one of the things Nigerian doesn't look into. You can tell us story. We can welcome it with the Biafra. And they go and they know how we'll cry and give him befitting burial. Had he not been discharged. But not this time. By this time, no story on Nnamdi Kanu. He has secured the victories. So are you planning anything? No. No. Thank you. Thank you. No, he didn't suffer. He did not score a hat-trick. Malami didn't score a hat-trick. Through Madam Oyibo and the Nelly of Ebu. What was the hat-trick there? He scored a very cheap goal in Kenya, thinking it would be easy. In their post, though, nobody was fighting him to score in their post. It was later That they told him, Malami, you score in your post. He said, okay, let us equalize it. I will make your Hanese the last man. And I will be the referee. So Hanese will be they will be monitoring the case. You know, Hanese, they say, we send delegates, will be monitoring the case of Nnamdi. That is claiming to be last man. Malami appointed them last man. Why Malami is the Attorney General, which is the referee? And we told them it don't happen. We are involved in this matter. We are Ipob. You can't do that. You can't do that. Our enemy is being the two last men. Hanese, just imagine. And the Malami the referee in this so that they can score even over. You know, British over the bar. British will say the referee can't it go. But here we are, terrorist country, Nigeria. Your land, give them your land now to save your life. Let me give Fulani from Sahel my land or my life. And you are charging somebody for terrorism. And he is now freed. That's what I was telling people. They said, no, our leader needs to be free before he left. I said, you are a fool. He's a freed man. No government can hold him. The only thing holding Nigeria is karma. The anger of God. You want to destroy. And there are prophecies that will be fulfilled. While Nnamdi Kanu is not here. Those things must happen. Don't be in a haste. Don't be emotionally deceived. Or go abagotere. But one thing is that in all the angles, we don't lack. Deploy side media. In Ipob leadership. Volunteers, people know. I will know na post on a wall popular. Or neighbor, or no comment, madam. We'll take IPCC or video. 3 days are vanished here, or Lani. Very well prepared. Ipob. We move. Terrorist state to Nigeria. Any senator, do you know, do you see this America? The way they are sponsoring terrorism, the way UK, imagine country backing up a terrorist country like Nigeria. Then who are they? Country that recruit terrorists into their army. They go and they kidnap Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. And they charge him for terrorism. You are charging him for terrorism when you have not detained a single Fulani. Instead, you get them 100 billion. And Shegumi became their minister, collecting ransom, taken to them in the bush. Like, what is it called? Erofai is their spokesperson. Erofai. Spokesperson of the terrorists. These are people that the USA, UK honor in their country. Officials from a terrorist state. What proof again do we have that Nigeria is a terrorist state? Let us go to the court ruling. They said the panel of judges in appeal court, they condemned the way Nnamdi Kanu was brought into Nigeria. Is that not terrorism? Before I come back to that appeal court, let us go to Federal High Court ruling 26th of October 2022. It said, I discharge Nnamdi Kanu and order Nigerian government to return him back to Kenya, where he was brought from. Did you understand? What does that mean? Terrorism. Nigeria committed terrorism against Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you. Isn't it? Do you still need confirmation? Okay, let us go to Lai Mohammed. These are foreign invaders from Chad, Burkina Faso, Mali. What are their names? Niger. They are invaders, but they have custom, isn't it? It is farmers' headers clashes. The headers they are talking about are not Nigerian citizens. They first of all told you they came from border. Small time they told you it is herders, farmers, clashes. Are the herders Nigerians? No. Who said they are not Nigerians? Minister of Information. How come it is a clash? From foreign country, you come to kill citizens, it becomes a clash. Herders, farmers, clashes. In Nigeria, the people you say they came from other country, they now clash with the citizens in the country, in their farmland. What a terrorist state. What a terrorist state like Nigeria. What a terrorist state. 85% of terrorism in the army. Terrorists in the army. 85% of terrorists in the police. 75% of terrorists in the road safety. 75% of terrorists in the civil defense. 90% of terrorists in custom. 85 in police. 85 in police. In army. 75 in custom. 75 in road safety. 90 in civil defense. 90 in custom. And the 90 in Air Force. That the people that will search the bush. Air Force, they search the bush. These are terrorists. They have almost killed the original Nigerian army. They have killed them. The Nigerian army is full of terrorists. So how come a country like this are being pampered by the British? Then you tell me that the British are not the highest sponsor of terrorism. Nigeria is the highest population. That is a country of 200 million people. A terrorist state. The duty of the British and USA is to hand over the lives of these 200 people into the terrorists they hand over the government into their hand. This very government, they hand us over to them to kill. They keep giving them weapons. USA gave them to Kanu air fighter, knowing that they recruit terrorists into their army. And USA expected terrorists to operate US to Kanu air fighter. Are they not aware? USA, are you not aware that Nigeria is a terrorist state? They recruit terrorists into their army, police system, all the forces. How do you give them to Kanu air fighter? Some places, some countries say you are fighting rebels, you are fighting terrorists, but you hand over your Tucano air fighter to terrorist states. And they handed it over to Boko Haram. And you are there jumping. We are USA. We are USA. Rubbish. Did you understand? All level like going on now. Okay, here level you need buying or go location in when they free. Nobody location in chase them away. Call them by their name. Any governor from Nigeria is a terrorist. Are you not aware? The federal government gave 100 billion naira to well-organized terrorist group that have massacred communities. Thousands of people. Fulani terrorists. The fourth deadliest terrorist organization in the world. Owned by Nigerian government. Sponsored by Nigerian government. Financed by Nigerian government. Harbored by Nigerian government. Then protected by Nigerian army. Trained by Nigerian army. Issued identity card by Nigerian army. Residential permit in barracks. Terrorist organization. Federal government gave them 100 billion to acquire more weapons. Kaduna Line was there promoting it. Did you understand? Free Nnamdi Kanu. Are you still doubting? Okay. Let us hear from their former chief of army staff. Not to Biafra army staff. Terrorist state army staff, Nigeria. a terrorist state, disobedient to court order. Is it not terrorists that disobey court orders? Is it not terrorists that kill protesters? Is it not terrorists that does not believe in voting? What else do we need from Nigeria? What else? Terrorists from Niger Republic, Chad, Burkina Faso, Mali. They will come and kill citizens. A minister of information and the aid, media aid to government, to president, Lai Mohammed and the Garba Shehu. Then media, another one idiot they call, what is his name? What is the name of that idiot? The other one that used to decorate the fake Buhari. Not to Garba Shehu, not to Lai Mohammed, I've called them. Remember the other one, that Yoruba one, Femi Adesina. Abi? Yes. Femi Adesina. These are the key promoters of terrorism. These three people, the way they threaten citizens to give their land to terrorists, they call it farmers' clashes with the who? With the Nigerian citizens or what? With foreign citizens. You have clash in your place. How can I have clash with somebody that come in my place to kill me, become a clash? Just imagine. Farmers, that's clashes. Somebody that do not belong to here now clash with me in my farm. Yes, I've called his name, Femi Adesina. Thank you. Three terrorists, key terrorists, they are the people that will sponsor terrorism. Those media aides, they never condemn Fulani. They threaten the owners of the land. But we have the evidence. We have evidence. Let us listen to him.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
Terrorist state. We Biafrans, we are not depending on them. We know they are the people killing us. Thank you, the fellow killers of my people. You know he is a killer now. A killer. Those that killed us, Biafra genocide. Isn't it? What is that his name? T.Y. Danjuma. Is it not the one that killed Aguiros? Is it not a killer? When a killer is shouting, you know that he's shouting about the deadly killers. T.Y. Danjuma is a killer, a murderer of our own. He planned for the killing of Aguiros, everything. You know, he's a murderer. Even they killed us during the genocide. He's a war criminal. But he's crying now. War criminal. Like Obasanjo. Criminals. He saw their fellow betrayers, the betrayers of Ojuku. Iwanyang. If you come out, he will tell you, I fought the war as if I have ever seen Ronaldo being against his child. I've ever seen Maradona fight his side. We saw Amara and the other one that came to Atlanta and said, the children of Pele. They never harass their children and say, no, you break your leg if you can't play ball. Ball is dangerous. Is it the Pele of Kanu? Well, all of them, is it Ronaldinho? Their children are playing football. But if you see all these idiots like Iwanyang, they say, what we saw during the war, it is a lie. Army allows his child to be an army. Police allows his child. He knows that police can die. He knows army can die. But to those that didn't go to war, those that hide, while men was fighting, they are the people that will tell you, if you see what we saw in the war, but when during protest 2015, 2016, 2017, we used to see men that fought war. Do you know what they used to do? They must come out at the side of the road from their compound, old men. You see how to know brave men. That is how to know them. They will be hailing us. They will be hailing us because we want to finish the building they started. They will be hailing us. They will be hailing us because they saw us heading to finish the building. It's only a very wicked man, father, will see his child that grown up and try to finish his building. Instead of him to give him advice and tell him how he felt from finishing this building, he'll start telling you, you will die, you will die. He's a foolish father. Give me advice. If I am not prepared to that level of what you tell me, I will go back and prepare. Unless this is not your house. If this is my father's house, tell me how you felt. Let me go and prepare. I won't put you didn't go to war. Okay, Papa, you didn't build this house. Tell us the truth. This is not your house. You stop. Your children want to finish this. Cowards that ran away during the war. Or because your age, because you were born then. Now that we are fighting, how many of them is with us? Tomorrow you're so money. I know what I saw during Ipob time. What are you with us? No. But you have a game on that the people that will be making money because he called Biafra. The same thing with the Iwanyang saboteurs. Isronal in one leg, Isronal in one leg, Isronal in a sabotage. Or you are somebody that came up had the Iwanyang fight from his heart. How can he praise Obasanjo? How can Iwanyang praise Obasanjo if he fought that war with his mind? Telling you that Obasanjo was the help. Somebody that led the war from Igbo talked about Obasanjo with armor car. Do you know about sector who was very serious? You saw Iwanyang open his mouth and say, if not for Obasanjo and the Gowon, who are now the war criminal? He's now discharging them. The main war criminals. Iwanyang is discharging them that they are freed. Praising Gowon. Praising Obasanjo, a thief. A thief. Killer of all the people. Killer of Masop members. Using his IG of police, Uslin Smith. After Tafa Balogo. Uslin Smith. I remember the names of our killers. Ndechefu. Nakata mechefu ndị mbano. Ọhịa ka nga na-arụ mgbe Biafra bịara. Na-aga akọrọ ndị mmadụ otoshi. Nke ọhịa sapa akwụkwọ gị hụ n'ọhịa. Thank you. Anyị na-arụ ndị fim a na-ede. Ụfọdụ awụ ha maka art, ụfọdụ ụmụ ha ga art. Ndị na-ede akwụkwọ na-ede. Ndị ala adị mma ụlọ ndị nzem. Ido ego no film ị ga art ọkụ ya. No problem, very good. But art anụ nke ugbu a. Ọwụ mgbe Biafra mere gana jirenu nke na-eme ugbu a art ya film. Ndị na-akụ egwu kwụọ nke na-eme ugbu a iwe ori nke egburu egwu Biafra bịa kụwa egwu kọwaa ha ụta isi dọ Biafra kọọ ya ugbu a kọọ ya na kọọ ya Biafra bịa kọọ remisi ya ọbịa ugbu ekụwa egwu tuwe Nnamdi Kanu ahụ nwanyị na onwe ndị na-akụ egwu sinsi na-akwa ya ahụ ịma ndị ahụ hero kawọt ọ na-akụ egwu Chiwu kawọt ga-akụ egwu chọọchị na-asị m na ewu Ipob na-akụcha egwu ma egwu high life ị ga-akụ Nnamdi Kanu a ga-ebe gị olu Chidoke mba na-efosi onwe kwuo ya ofuo mgbe ọ na-akwa Awụsa abata gị Ọka ikwu okwu mgbe egburu anyị na Mgbọ Chidoke kwuru ya n'egwu na ụmụaka Igbo gbagọrọ na Mgbọ ka ha cheta ndị nwụrụ anwụ etụtụ ụmụaka gbagbuo ewuru kawọd na-akpagharị mgbe anyị ga-apụta ịdọ Biafra nna ihe anyị hụrụ n'agha ịhụrụ na nkọ nna gị onye gara zo n'azụ plantain na-abịa eyi anyị egwu hie Players ụmụ ha na-agba bọọlụ. Player ọma na na-agbaji okwu. Why na ọgwa nwe ya kwụsị bọọlụ? Because you didn't go to war. Iwu anyanwụ. Chineke ga-akpọ ọkụ. Mad people everywhere. We move. Land irony. In a minute, Hebrew. Okay, you didn't Nnamdi Kanu. All the end of Nigeria. And when the other bosses. Kai game, okay, man, no end of Nigeria. On a charge, I can't get to go to the guy.
So the Nigerian judiciary, there's a small spark of hope. The recent ruling to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and to impose a substantial fine of 1 billion naira for his wrongful retention, that gives you hope. I believe the Nigerian judiciary can do the right thing. But if they don't, we also believe that the international community has a burden. It's far too long disregarded the great Nigeria. We cannot turn our back. The will of the people of Nigeria must be preserved.
And I got there. Oh, why can't I let us again, Lord? Me ma ho gwa alu e po n'ụzọ. Agwara gị na agbara egbe na. Onye okwuru okwu Monday start. Ya ho gwa alu. Director mana ozocha na ọ ga-agbacha. Ota ka ọ na-eshi agbacha obere obere. Ọkwa ha repụtawa gị ire because we sustained it. We sustained it. Anyị collapse wago foundation. IPOB sustained the heat. So you can get freedom freely. No bekee ga-agba anụ gị ọnya. Onye ka ha ga-eji ama your way to me with freedom. Do you know how many traps ha set anyị? And they're still setting. Because if they cannot be able to set traps for you, that is big traps, then they will not know your way to when you restore your freedom. There are things they are sponsoring Nigeria. Do this, do that, do that. There are the people advising them. But when they see that you can sustain it, don't you know we can sustain it? We are POD. Okay, let me play it again. Thank you. I do Madonna. Since so what? I'm going to write Madonna. I'm going to write Madonna. Has to do something our leader will be at. Look at it. Got here and able. The madam